fuck talking. Ain't no chit chat, you touch mine, just fuck yours. Get my lick back, we pulled up and doubled down. Yeah, we hit back, then party hard and drink up, nigga.
Yo, and you still unheard of right there. But welcome to Kickstands Down, man. Everybody, sorry we didn't do it yesterday. We had some technical difficulties, but we're back at it again. We already got some people popping in the chat. What up, Mike Bleezy, aka Mr. Wheezy, not to be confused with the Weasel, Mr. Wise. What up, Jay? What's good with you, man? Good evening, good evening. And I'm trying to get my partner straight over here. Frost, can't hear you. Step outside, see if you can get some sound there, buddy. Nope. It's like it's trying to come through, but it's not coming through successfully for some reason. What up, Red? So while he's working on that, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce the show. Back at it again, about 8 days later this time. But welcome to Kickstands Down. You got one of the hostess with the mostest trouble, aka Left Lane Bully. We're gonna see if we can get Frost to say who he be. Yeah, you're super muted, dude. Hey, look, Mike Ball. Where's the Mike Ball when you need him? Where's the man behind the scenes to tap into the mic control? You did something over there. You said what? Good evening, Ms. Lotus. Okay, give you 1 minute. All right, so show must go on. So, hey, y'all kicking it with trouble, aka Left Lane Bully. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. So, if you've been on the show, you already know we like to talk about several different things. But before we get into several different things, you already know we got to hit you with that disclaimer. Kick Stands Down is a podcast with two guys, not one, but two guys with two different thoughts and opinions. These thoughts and opinions are our opinions and our opinions only. They have nothing to do with our prospective clubs and who we may or may not be associated or support. Once again, this is Kick Stands Down, and that is your disclaimer. All right, so look, I know y'all had a chance to look at what we got going on tonight. So we're going to talk about some toxic traits and some mental debates. All right, and then we're going to see how that intertwines with the MC world. So it sounds like you might have some volume here, sir. So let's see. Can you say something for us?
Can everybody hear me now? I don't know
Yep.
what happened. I apologize to everybody about that. Moving, technical difficulties, life being a pain in the ass. But thank you all for showing up. Thank you all for coming in. And thank you all for being here. Like he said, his kick stands down. And have you done the disclaimer yet?
Disclaimer is already disclaimed.
Awesome, amazing. See, that's why I got my main man Trouble over here, aka Left Lane Bully, as the co-host, because he knows what to do when something happens. He can keep it going. He can keep the flow going. So I love it. Anyways, thank you all for coming. Salute to all of you. And let's get on with it. Now that
Let's
everybody
get
can hear me.
into it. Yeah, let's get into it. So I done already said what the headline is. So I'm pretty sure everybody who's up here, if you haven't had a chance to chime into my easy thoughts, mental health Mondays. I do it every first Monday of the month, which was yesterday. April Fools is not a joke though. I really did it. And it was a long one actually. We were up there for at least an hour and 40, an hour and 30. So it got interesting. Did some interviews and all that good stuff. But this topic tonight kind of stems off of Mental Health Mondays, right? And sidebar, I'm probably gonna start. I got a couple of requests, so I'm probably gonna start doing those twice a month. So we're gonna do the official one on the first Monday of every month to keep in line with how I wanted to set it up. But we're gonna do mental breaks in between. So tonight, how does toxicity play into the MC set? Does anybody know? Everybody should know if you're a part of the set because the set is toxic. It's very
So,
toxic.
you want to know what I think the number one toxic trait is that can actually hurt your MC?
What's that?
Picking your buddies for positions solely because they are your buddies. Because they are the popular ones, because they are the close ones, because they are the family. That right there is the number one toxic trait to me.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Favoritism, in so many words. Good evening, Miss Lotus. Um, Iman, what up, what up, what up, what up? Miss Lotus, thank you for commenting on that. It was very good. And she said it is jealousy. And Jay said, "Amen." So I believe that you're that's one of 500, right? But we don't have all night to talk about all 500. But I think that might be the main one, that favoritism, man. Um, if you've been up here on Cake Stands Down, and if you've heard other channels, you know what I'm saying. We actually we talked about this. Um, I think it was a couple episodes ago, or it might have been last episode. We got some feedback too on your end, brother. Um, it might have been a few episodes ago or last episode, but I think it was a few episodes ago because AB came in, or was that last episode? That was last episode. So we had, it was a question that was asked about like your biological brother being in the club, and would you like how would you handle that if it was two examples, right? So I'm not gonna get into that because that was last episode, but you go back and watch it. You know what I'm saying? That's a great thing about Kickstands Down. It's always on replay. You can rewind that thing and ficky, bring it back. But being being like that in an MC, in an association, in a SC, and whatever that you're affiliated with, man, like that's the quickest demise for me. I would say for the whole entire chapter and or organization, favoritism, man, because in order to run a position, you know what I'm saying, inside of an organization, inside of MCSC or whatever the case may be with, you have to be non-biased. To be at the top, especially top three, you always can't have the same exact answer, and you don't need to agree on every single thing. You know what I'm saying? So, like for example, I'm the VP of mine, right? I can't agree with the press 1,000%, 1,000 times over. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to seem like to me, now this is just my thoughts and opinions. It's going to seem like I'm kind of kissing his butt here. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't think for myself. And we're not twins joined at the hip. You know what I'm saying? He's my brother through another mother, so we're not going to think alike. So if you're that yes man and yes ma'am kind of person, you're a negative trait. Your whole vibe is negative. You gotta be able to think for yourself. What say you, bro?
I agree completely.
What's up, Miss
As you
Bolden?
know, my favorite position is Sarge,
Yep.
and I love to be hated. So
What's up, Ghost?
as far as I go, I'm gonna give that aspect of you know my opinion, and if it doesn't coincide with the opinions of my higher ups or underlings, then so be it. But I'm not gonna filter myself. I'm gonna let it be known what I think. So for me, you know, I don't agree with everything that everybody says, and I have no problem admitting that. I don't agree with a lot of things, but
Yeah, I don't either.
I don't know if it's just because I'm an asshole or if it's just because, I done been there, did that, and learned the hard way. So now I kind of see it from a different angle. And a lot of people, they don't take the time to think about other people's point of views, especially in the MC. Everyone wants it to be I, me, but it's not. It's we, us, and our organization, our clubs, our nation. We got to work together with each other in order to do what we got to do, but that doesn't mean that you have to agree.
Correct. I absolutely agree. Goes Eagle. What up? Jealousy can kill a person real fast. If you have something someone else wants, they will find a way to take it. And exactly, they will try to find a way to take it. The thing is, I'm just going to be frank with you. Um, the set is a political ballpark. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole lot of politics in it. So, like we said before, weak mindedness is preyed upon. So, and just because someone is trying to prey upon said person, they have to be strong enough to actually think it out. You know what I'm saying? Napoleon, right? Short man, conquered a lot, didn't he? Did he conquer it off of his strength or his mental? He did a whole lot of thought process. You know what I'm saying? He put people in line. So, what I would say is another toxic trait. Um, Inside of the MC, right? So where are we at now? Are we on two or three? Because you hit well, Ghost hit jealousy, you hit favoritism. Did somebody else hit something else? Let me see before I say something. Uh, no, it's just a bunch of hey, how you doing? Okay, so jealousy. Um, what would be another one though? Because I was gonna say jealousy, but Ghost, you took it. Um,
The
Ghost
perspective,
also said who?
the perspective, not being able to see somebody else's perspective.
That's what you were talking about, and I was talking about that last night a little bit too. Perspective. Um, but yeah. So that ties into what? Uh, Listening to understand, right? So if you're inside of a club set and you're always dogmatic about what you want, how you foresee things, how you, but it's not about you, it's about us. You might not be a good fit since you want to say you so much. You know what I'm saying? You have to look at it from all angles, and all angles most definitely need to fall back on what's the betterment for the club, right? So, for example, right now, me and Frost, we bounce ideas off each other, right? And we kind of piggyback as well as we add twists and plots and things of that nature. You know, why we can do that is because we listen to understand. Although it does sound like either me or him might come in fast, but you'll also hear the points of views that either party was talking about, and then either a plot twist or a add on, or I don't necessarily agree with that because we have had shows like that. You know what I'm saying? So make sure, like I said, you look at it from all angles. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna sit here and say that my angle is the best angle, but when I get an idea, I'm going to definitely talk about it. And then make sure that when you're talking about your idea, there's some kind of backing for your idea. You're just not out here just talking just because you're a full patch. We've seen
Yep.
that before too.
And see, Mike said ego, and Red said just flat out disrespectful behavior. And
Ooh, yeah.
everybody knows that the MC world is a world built on respect, on honor, and on brotherhood, sisterhood, camaraderie, the family. Sis, how you doing tonight? So I agree with that because I've met a lot of disrespectful people, and I've met a lot of respectful people. Like I've said many times before, I'm not gonna get along with all my bros. There's some of them I can't stand. I don't want to be around or nothing. But whenever we go out to those events, I got my bros back. if my bro calls me, I got my bros back because at the end of the day, we are bros. But that doesn't mean that we're going to agree on everything. Some of us are just too much alike to where we butt heads. It's not even difference of opinion. It's just that we have the same opinion that much. So no matter what, I'm going to be right there doing what I got to do for my bros, for my club. I try to be respectful, but I come off very disrespectful sometimes in some of the stuff I say because, as you all know, I have no filter. I don't want a filter. I don't need a filter. I'm real because everybody knows that they can count on me to say what's right here. And by the time it hits my head, it's out my mouth. I don't even realize I say it half the time. That's why we don't script these shows. We just come on here, we talk, we chop it up a little bit. But there are there are mentalities, not mental. There are mentalities that can also help a club. So don't get us wrong. This isn't just all about negativity, because I don't want to beat the horse to death, so to say. But there are a lot of positive things that, you can bring to the table with the right mentality. If you've got that ability to understand, you've got that ability to take different viewpoints and put them all into one, then you can actually help your club because you can see two other brothers having a conversation or a debate and you can be like, nah, look, I understand where you coming from and where you coming from, but why don't we meet in the middle and do it like this? Or why don't we do it like this time, that way next time, blah, 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 try out different things. You got to be able to maneuver. And a positive mentality can take your club a long way because I see a lot of people come in with a positive attitude and then it just drops. And I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Yep.
Ghost said only filter I have is for my coffee pot.
Yeah, I seen that. He's crazy. So, all right. So we hit some negative traits, right? Is there such thing called a positive trait?
Yes.
Okay. Because I was thinking the same thing. So one positive trait that I think that I would say that I could provide uh, would be the ability to know how, right? The reason why I say it's a trait is because not everybody knows how to do it. Some people got to be guided. So I'm a self-taught person, and I got the ability to if I don't know what I'm talking about, I never speak on it until I do. That's a positive trait. Just like when you overtalk and don't understand, so you overtalk and don't understand. But I, you see that? You see what I did there? Just a little, mm, just a little
Y'all
salt.
caught that, right? Y'all caught that.
So what I like to do is I like to pay attention, man. I like to pay attention to my surroundings. So if you ever catch me in a dead stare and I'm not being as active as I usually am, it's because something stuck out to me that I really need to pay attention to. Um, and it's not that I'm mad, you know what I'm saying? It's not that something pisses me off and I'm just over there pouting or nothing like that. It's just that as anyone should, you should pay attention to your surroundings. When you're going to Walmart, you're going to McDonald's, you're going anywhere. You just pay attention to your surroundings anyway. But when you're in a club set, especially in a different state, you definitely need to focus, right? Because you don't know these people. You don't know what their intention is. You might be there to support, you know what I'm saying? But you don't know what their intentions is. So that's a trait of mine. Um, Another positive trait,
Ability
uplifting.
to learn,
Ooh, take that one.
especially from your own mistakes.
Come on now.
Because, as you all know, I'm a hard headed dude. I really am. I'm a hard headed bro. I'm that bro that has done everything the wrong way. So now I can teach people to do it the right way.
Right.
I didn't learn how to do it the right way the first time or even the 10th time. But now here I am able to speak from proper knowledge, proper understanding. And it's all because, like Ghost says right here in this comment, you have to adapt and overcome to any situation. So I've been suspended time and time and time and time again. I've been fined time and time and time and time again. But at the end of the day, I ain't never let none of that stop me. I always kept going. I always kept fighting. I always kept going forward. And I took what everyone else was telling me each and every time, and I
Right.
added it and kept adding it and adding it and adding it. And now I am where I am because I took the time to learn from my own mistakes and say, yeah, I'm the screw up. I understand I'm the screw up. How do I fix it? Accountability. Accountability.
Positive trait. That's another positive trait.
And
Holding
the negative.
yourself accountable and negative. It's a double whammy. So it has a positive charge and a negative charge like a battery. So Mike said most people are not aware of their surroundings. Probably easily over 95% have no clue what's going on around them. Hey, Mike, guess what? You're right. And what I want to pause right there and interject is how does that apply to the set, right, Mike? So when you become a hang around, uh-oh, you're supposed to be paying attention to your surroundings, right? You're supposed to try to see what this whole thing is about, whether you know or whether you don't know. You're still supposed to be trying to figure it out, right? And if you have good sponsors, good sponsorships, a good club, during the time of your probationary period, you have to, your eyes are on always, and your neck is going to always be on a swivel as if you're a cornerback. Come on now, I'm about to go get me a bell, man. I'm in here church. Ting, I'm about to go get me a bell. Next episode, I'm getting me a bell. It's ting, it's going off. But yeah, so I just want to piggyback off of Mike. You see how that works, guys? We just talked about that. Piggybacking and coinciding and all that good stuff. But you said something though. You said that it was I said it was a positive and a negative. And what was that word that you said? Oh my God, this dude keeps disappearing on me, yo. I am too sleepy for this. So I do believe it was a kind of there he goes. This dude, I mean, I guess we're playing X-Men and you're what's the thing that just keeps disappearing and popping up, the purple guy.
Wait, no, not Beast. What is his name? The other blue guy.
Yeah, the other blue guy. That's you. You just keep switching sides. I'm looking to the left and now you're on the right. Like, what are you doing, guy? But you had used the word. It was accountability, right?
And how was that negative?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the question?
Yes, sir.
So, for a long time, I'll be the first to admit it. I didn't hold myself accountable.
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't. Can y'all still hear me, or is it too windy? I can get back in the car.
Oh, it's windy, but we can hear you. Go ahead.
I didn't hold myself accountable, and it was a mistake because I always try to blame this bro, this sis, this situation, that situation. And at the end of the day, I was dragging myself down, my chapter down, and my club down. So that's how it's a negative, because when you hold a position of power and you're not willing to hold yourself accountable, you're hurting everybody, not just you. And, you know, whenever you learn, like I said, to hold yourself accountable and learn from your mistakes, then you can fix all that. You can work on all that. But yeah, accountability can be a negative thing, because I know a lot of bros, they ain't about that. They ain't fitting to hold themselves accountable, because then they'd have to admit that they're wrong, which goes back to what Mike said about ego.
Yep.
Let me show you why something like this.
And that brings us to our next point, ladies and gentlemen. Focus. Now I'm just playing. You gotta have focus. Oh my
Do
God.
not come into the motorcycle club with what they call squirrel brain. Then you end up on a show like this.
Right. But I
We
do
never
have a
know what we're
question.
going to talk about. We hit on everything.
Exactly. So, Mike, I read your comment, and we're gonna. He laughed at the squirrel brain. We're gonna be up here, man, for another 30, 40 minutes or so, man. So
He's
whenever you can
slacking. I
chime
sent him the
in.
link.
No, he said, but you didn't read the comment. I mean, the what he said. He said he's waiting for his old lady to get back. She had to take care of some baby stuff, and she went to the
Oh,
DMV. She should be home soon.
I
So that's
see
why
it
I was
now.
just yeah, that's why I was just throwing it out there. But dang, you made me lose my train of thought. I forgot. Um,
Squirrel brain.
Square brain. Yep. Focus. Boom. There we go. All right. Great. Thank you. Uh, so focus is self-explanatory. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to elaborate on that too much because if you can't focus, you're lying because you're focusing on this show and you're commenting. So you should be able to do it throughout life. But there's another segment, right? To there's another portion to the segment, um, and it's called mental debate, right? So I would say mental break, but I like the debate, so let's roll with it. So, what is a mental debate and how does it apply? Now, since I just finished the show last night, I'll go ahead and jump out there, right? Mental debating within oneself. First, who are you? Do you know yourself? If you don't know yourself, it's impossible for you to have a mental debate with yourself. Not like talking to yourself. So it's not like the crazy house. You know what I'm saying? The mental debate is, for example, do I, knowing that the weather is shaky, do I take a chance on riding without gear or do I ride and pack gear? That would be somewhat of a mental debate, right? Because nobody's here to tell you what to do. So you're talking to yourself. You're trying to figure stuff out. That's surface, though. I'm talking. I'm going to go
You
deeper,
want to get
but
deeper?
that's just surface. Yeah, let's get deeper. Let's go.
So, a mental debate for me, as everyone knows, I was an addict for a long time. For most of my life, I was an addict. And I loved my pills. And I would be sick when I didn't have them. And detoxing and nauseous and everything else. Couldn't get out of the bed. And I paid fines because I missed mandatories and stuff because I was too sick to move. Now, a mental debate I had to have within myself was, do I want to keep going through this? Am I really a man by not being able to provide and not being able to fix myself and not being able to be there for my family, my bros, my sisters, this show, everything else? Some of you don't know, but I had the idea for this show before COVID hit. We didn't get started. We didn't get started until October of last year because I wasn't mentally there yet. I wasn't able to do that. So if you want to get deeper, you got to think about all the stuff that is messing you up in your head. You can't, all right, you can't change someone's perspective about you. They're going to have that perspective. No one can change the perspective you have about yourself. You have to change that. Okay? Because if you have that perspective about yourself, you ain't never going to fix yourself. I am the first one to tell you, I used to have an email address. It was one worthless guy
Mm,
because I thought of myself as worthless. I didn't think I was worth any value. I didn't think I could do anything. I didn't think I was bringing anything to the table. It took my bros, my wife, and my kids to show me that I am worth something. I am better than that. And honestly, you was there. You was there at my downfall. You got to
hmm
see it and hear it and everything else. I wasn't good then, but with the help of people, I was able to come through that. Another one was Mike Ball, Ghost, all the people that's on here are all people that know that, I went through that. And shout out to all of you for being there. But at the end of the day, I took all y'all's words and I started thinking about it, and I had to have that deep debate with myself. And I went on an involuntary vacation. What's the best time to get into some thought? When you ain't got nothing else to do but sit. When you sitting and waiting, you will always have that mental debate. People find religion. I found myself.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, that's definitely what's up. And another, um, I like that. That's a good storyline to lead with. Another mental debate is doubt, right? Um, I try to change. I try to change how I use verbiage when I'm talking about certain things. If you've noticed over the last couple of weeks, because words are powerful, as we already know. We can play it off like they don't offend and like they don't hurt, but they do. However, what you speak inside your life is solely on you. You know what I'm saying? So if you're the main person that's putting the doubt inside of oneself, then guess what? Everybody else is just adding a little bit more dirt on top. That's it. Until you can't take it anymore. Prime example. Oh man, I don't think I can do that, man. You already can't do it. Oh, what's your probationary period, man? Whoo, that's a long time, bro. I don't know if I'd be able to. How you know what you can do until you put your mind to it? You know what I'm saying? Like
I hate that.
I do too. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're asking me a question about that already, you're gonna make it hard for yourself because
Mm-hmm.
your time is your time. You know what I'm saying? Your learning period is your learning period. But if you already coming in with the, hey yo man, so how long I gotta do? Hey man, it depends on your probationary period. It depends on your PO, your officer. Because if you come to me, I ain't gonna tell you how long you got. I'm gonna tell you just get on your scoot. Let's ride, learn your bylaws. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? So try not start practicing. You know what I'm saying? Start confessing stuff. Even though if it seems out of reach. You know what I'm saying? I done walked around here for the last 2 weeks and I've been talking about $2 million. Now, whether I get it or not, it's gonna be solely on that man up there and my thoughts and what I'm doing to get it. You know what I'm saying? But that's my number because I've been seeing twos. You know what I'm saying? A lot. I've been seeing um my my angel number, which is 22. I've been seeing, and ironically, one of my favorite players' number was 22 until he decided to be a sucker and go to Baltimore. That's neither here nor there.
Shout out to
Uh,
Baltimore.
here we go. Here we go. I tell you who I won't shout out. I tell you who I won't. They're at home right now on the couch. I tell you what, I won't shout them out. But yeah, decrease doubt and increase. What's the word I'm looking for, Frost? Help me out with that one.
Do
I'm
what?
sleepy. Decrease doubt, the word doubt, and replace it with I said it on the Facebook earlier today, but I'm super drained, man. I've been having so much stuff going on, so it slipped my brain, but you already know what I'm saying, y'all. Like I'm human up here, you know what I'm saying? This is live recorded with left lane, you dig? But yeah, I would say doubt is
And
one of
drive.
the mental debates. Okay, I like that. Replace doubt with drive. Let's roll with it. What's another mental debate, bro?
So Teresa down here said,
Oh, I
I've
was
been
sorry.
ready and I've just been feeling alone. So look,
Mm,
let me tell you this, that the loneliness and all of that, it's hard to overcome because when you get to that stage of feeling alone and being alone, you end up pushing everyone that tries to be there for you out. So never think that you're alone. Anybody that watches this show, let me pause for a second. Anybody that watches this show, okay? I don't care Y'all know my stories. I have no problem telling you my life stories, my fuck ups. Um, we have the Facebook group. We have the Facebook page. We have a chat with the Facebook group. We have the Discord. At any point in time, you ever need to reach out, reach out.
We
We
got
don't
emails
close.
going across the screen.
That's our personal emails. We also have one for the show, kickstandsdown@gmail.com, just like the show's name. So at any point in time, you need that ear, know that we're here, okay? We're not playing about that. We've been here for multiple people. I had someone reach out to me after a show a few weeks ago and tell me, me speaking on my previous addiction and me speaking on how I've overcame it and got to, my sober life, and I'm not decades down the road or nothing, everybody. I'm just a few years, and it's not easy still to this day. But they said that me speaking on that helped them work on their sobriety and help them get through it. And like I told them, I'm able to, be there whenever need be. Call me. I don't care if it's 3, 4 a.m. Most of these people know I'm there. You can ask Ghost. He's been up talking to me at 4 o'clock in the morning on chats before because he knows I'll get up and I'll talk. I don't care. If you need somebody, reach out. Don't ever put yourself in that situation. Kickstands Down's there for you. Just like y'all's
That's right.
there for us. Um, Look, Miss
That's
Lotus
right.
said if you need a female to speak to, reach out to her. Um, if you are a female and you would rather speak to a female, my wife Red is always available. And let me tell you, she might not be the sympathetic one to support whatever it is, but she'll tell you what you need to hear because she wasn't sympathetic about my withdrawals and my sickness or none of that. But she put her foot up my ass and got me in the right direction and put everything into a perspective that I needed to hear for myself. I
Right.
might not have liked it, but I needed to hear it.
Right. And
So,
Teresa, I gotta sorry, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just
no,
want to
you're
add it
good.
in
I
real
was just gonna
quick.
say we are there.
Yeah. Real quick, Teresa, if you don't mind, jump in the chat real quick and let me know how you learned about kickstands now. And while I'm waiting on you to do that, I don't know which part of the segment that you caught. I'm gonna call you TP for short. But I have a Facebook page, right? It's Easy Thoughts with the Z. Everything is with the Z. So it's the letter E, the letter Z, then thoughts with the Z, right? So on that page, I do mental health Mondays every first Monday of the month, right? So we had a blast last night. Um, and actually, I've tried to get two people on the screen to talk, but I was able to get one successfully. And then I'm not gonna call out the young lady's name, but it starts with a P. If you watched last night, I ain't gonna mess with you tonight. But she jumped in the inbox and she just let me know that she was shy. You know what I'm saying? She does have things that she would like to talk about, but she's just shy. So if you're one of those females that have something to talk about, but you're just shy, that's an open platform. This is an open platform. There's emails. We're associated with a lot of people. So be careful who you talk to, though. But I can tell you like this right here: if his kick stands down, not to throw anybody else up under the bus, but if his kick stands down, your thoughts and opinions stay with us. Um, if you, like he said, if you want to talk to a female, it's going to stay with whatever female um, we direct you with. But thanks for chiming in, though, and I hope that you take something away from the show. Back to you, bro.
So another toxic trait that can hurt you, MC. Let me go ahead and tell you the worst one of all, no matter what your club is, I don't care who you support, who you are, whether you got a diamond or you are just an AMA riding club or whatever. You ain't even got to be in the outlaw side of everything. If you just a club, a organization, time management.
Yes.
Time management. I have been told we are going kickstands up at 9 a.m. and at 11:30 I am taking a nap on my bike because we are still waiting on people. And I cannot stand it, but I have always been, one of them try to be punctual people. I'm not
I
always
try.
punctual, but I try.
I try. I was late this weekend. It happens.
As you
But
see,
when
we
I'm on
didn't
time though,
we
oh, I'm
didn't
on
have a
time.
show yesterday like normal, so obviously time management.
Hey, look, didn't even put out a "it will continue" notice either. That's messed up, man. But yeah, punctuality is a big one too. Um, because just depending on the club, association, or whoever you with, some people got consequences for it. Fines, go homes, whatever the case may be. So, uh, yeah, I like that one. What's another? I wanna jump on that mental joint. What's another mental
A mental
debate that you
debate.
may have? Yeah, that you may have within oneself while politicking in a an association or a MCSCRC. Hmm. That right there,
Mm.
the time period,
I was about to
time
go
and
right back to
opportunity.
it.
That right there, that's a mental debate because whether you know it or not, um, the lifestyle that you live and then the lifestyle that you chose to live are both a job. You understand what I'm saying? So time management is definitely going to be a mental debate because it's like, oh yeah, I got this, that, and the third to do over here when I get off work. But dang, we got a mandatory ride at KSU is up at 8 and it's 6:30. I ain't even made it to the crib yet. Hmm. What are you gonna do? You sitting there debating, right? What you want to do? Skip the shower? Ew, you're nasty. So what you gonna do? You gonna make a phone call? What you gonna do? Like that's it's a man, time, space, and opportunity. It's a debate within itself. I swear to God. Because I just looked at my calendar. I just realized that I'm booked throughout the whole year. And I had no idea until somebody brought the topic up. And now I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna add in time for filming for the next movie. I'm trying to add in time to take baby girl down to MIAO. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, yo, how did I do this? And you know how I did it? Improper planning. Because I said yes to everything without pulling out the calendar. That's a toxic trait.
Willingness.
Mm,
That is one of the strongest ones to overcome. It can be a positive and a negative, just like accountability. A negative part is you sitting there trying to decide if you are willing to go through, like he said, that the prospect period earlier. I've heard people say, I don't know, I'm a little old to be prospecting, blah, blah, blah. I've had prospects that have more gray in their beard than I do, okay? I had a prospect one time for a brother club. He wasn't in my club, but he was in a brother club and he was prospecting. That man had a cane, okay? And it wasn't because he had anything wrong with him. It was because he hit that age to where he needed a cane, but he was still out there riding and pounding that pavement. Don't ever
right.
doubt the fact he became a fullback. Don't ever doubt the fact that, your age is going to put you in that spot. Don't ever doubt the willingness that you have in you. you can overcome anything if you are willing to do so.
Man, you got amputees out here that
Shout
have
out to Mike
figured it
Paul.
out.
Mike Paul
Exactly.
gave his literal blood, sweat, and tears for riding. The man lost his leg. He's got a prosthetic leg. He's a cyborg now, but he's still out here pounding the pavement and putting in the work.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Mike, whenever you're ready, man. When you are in a club, it is no longer about you. It's about the brotherhood. Absolutely correct. Go back, go down up under there. This is important, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes you gotta reset mentally. That comes from Miss India Bolden. Hey, listen here. A mental reset. We talked about this too, I believe. I don't know if we did or if it was on Mental Health Monday. I can't remember. But
That was
anyway,
on you.
it was on me. Okay. So a mental reset. What is it, guys? Anybody know? It is what it is. It's what you make it. All right. So there's no right or wrong answer to it. But a mental reset is when you take time out, and I do mean time out, to mend one's self in the area of your mentality. So what does that mean? For some people, you may only have 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So you find you a quiet space. You get away from your kids, your dogs, your cats, your gerbils, your fish, your hamster, your husband, your wife, your P Diddy situation. If you have it, hey, I'm not a judge. Just keep it away from me. Um, Whatever. Get away from everything. You know what I'm saying? Noise is gone. I have titanium neck and lower back. Are you serious? You serious? And you
And you
out here
still
still
ride.
pounding, boy, boy.
And for those of you watching on Facebook, please know that you have to go in and allow StreamYard to show your comments.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
You
that.
have to allow access for StreamYard for your comments to be seen. I see people trying to comment. I can't see what you're commenting. But if you jump over onto YouTube, click the
Yeah, if you
same
jump
link, jump
straight to
over onto
YouTube, yep.
YouTube. We can see your comments. Or if you allow StreamYard to access your Facebook, we can see your comments.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
shout out to Ghost because Ghost does have a lot of health issues, everybody. And this man has not let it stop him a bit. He is out here. He just got the new whip ready. He just got it papered and he's already pounding pavement. And it's like Red and Mike Ball and Ghost and Trouble, and I keep telling you, it is a mental thing. It's mental.
Yeah,
And you know, like Red said, for a long time she was afraid to ride and hated him because her uncle almost lost his life riding. But like I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, she didn't want me to get another one, and I went out and I got another one anyways, and I got yelled at for it. But I finally talked her into getting on it, and once she got on it, I told her I would sell it. She's like, no, let's just keep it a little bit longer. Then I ended up buying another one and gave her that one and everything else. So she learned how to ride. Yep. And when you're on twos, your mind is clear. We call that wind therapy. Okay.
therapy. I covered that last night too. It's crazy how it's coinciding. Because I took I updated. Well, I took the picture on the bike, but I updated the backdrop, and I was going about undisclosed mileage in a straight line, allegedly. Uh, but I took the picture like this right here. You know what I'm saying? And that it was like I stated last night. It was just liberating because I ain't thinking about no kind of drama. I'm not thinking about nothing. You know what I'm saying? No bills. All I'm focused on is throttle, clutch, and brake. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Only mental block I had was when I rode. Oh my God. This dude right here. Come on.
So
I almost did that too.
I said something earlier, and I want to touch on it again. And you know, we was using it for something that you had said about doubt and what was it? Drive.
Drive. Yeah.
So drive is one of them mental debates you have to have with yourself. You have to have that mental drive, that mental debate with yourself to do it. I'll tell
Hmm.
everybody right now. I just got done. You can ask Red. She's down here in the comments. We just got done unloading the moving truck. Look, I still got stuff in my back seat of my car. Okay. And I'm wore out. I'm tired. I don't want to do the show. I don't want to be here. But I love you guys. I love my show. And I love my co-host over here. So I'm here because it's that drive. And it's the same way with one of my brothers or my sisters. If any of my bros or my sisters was to call me right now and tell me, yo, I need you, then I'm gonna try to do what I can to be there for that bro, for that
Right.
sis.
Right.
Whether it be an ear or me be mobile and push through it, I'm gonna do it because I've got that drive. But sometimes drive can be a negative thing too,
Drive definitely
because
can.
I have been that guy that you have to tell, yo, you're doing too much. And I can admit it because I used to want to do it all. It didn't matter what it was. I didn't know how to say no. I didn't know how to do none of that. And I was putting way more time into unnecessary stuff than the stuff that actually mattered because of that drive. So it can be a negative trait too. But once you learn how to balance, there's another mental debate for you, how to balance everything, then you will learn how to control it and how to do that. Like I said, I'm an asshole. I have no problem admitting it. But I can be your best friend and the nicest guy in the world. It all depends on what kind of mood I'm in and what kind of energy you're giving off that day. If you're giving me negative energy, you're going to get negative energy. But if you're giving me that positive energy, then I'm going to be there to give you that positive energy right back. And when you have that drive, like Red said, some people do take advantage of it. Not every bro is your bro. Not every sis is your sis. You can't trust every person out here at all. You can't trust some of the things that people say. And, you know, I wanted to touch on drive real quick because I thought that was necessary. And the balance, too, that was necessary.
My what? My Adidas. No, I'm just playing. Um, but nah, you said a mouthful, man. Drive. That's an important one. Um, prime example. I don't know. When did I start back saying okay. Prime
Last
example.
episode,
Last episode, yeah. I always used to go back and watch the episode and see and critique. You gotta be your own personal critic too. But I used to go back and critique. I got distracted. That's what happened. Yep. All right. So drive. I'm about to get back on my game plan because the last couple of weeks have been all over the place for me. My drive, your drive. Make sure that you don't push your drive and perspective on others. And what I mean by that is, look at the view over there. What I mean by that is, not everybody's willing to push and dig and sweat and dedicate as much as you are. You know what I'm saying? You have to. That's why the hang around period is so important. That's why our probationary period is so important because you go through these things to find like mindedness. Now, just because you land in the first club or the second club or the third, and you haven't found like mindedness, is you. It ain't the club. All right. So you got to switch it up. You done went to three different spots, three different locations, and you ain't find nobody that got a like mind like you yet. Or you keep getting in the petty arguments and what it ain't them, it's you. So what you got going on? You got to figure it out what you're here for. You know what I'm saying? But getting back to that drive, man, the drive is so important because I have brothers that are same age, younger, older, and I've had some that are the same age that didn't have the drive, but they saw the vision. I encourage them to get the drive. I even practice with them on the drive, and now they're driving. You
Ooh,
understand me? So get with somebody that can do that. That behind the scenes stuff. You know what I'm saying? That stuff that you ain't gonna brag about, but when you walk on the set and everybody's around, like, oh, yo, that's such and such, such and such. You know what I'm saying? And you get that kind of notoriety. Other people gonna start scratching their head like, yo, who is he? And why is he getting so much respect? Like, what has he done? Bro, you ain't always got to be in the spotlight to do it, though. You know what I'm saying? You could put somebody else to do it. You feel me?
so
And then watch them work.
you said you ain't always got to be in the spotlight to do it. And that puts me back to one of my famous lines. So let me go ahead and say it and get it out the way. If you can't make a difference without that position, without them patches, without that notoriety, you ain't going to make a
Facts.
difference with one. So don't think that because you got something
Hmm.
and you got that little position, that little title or whatever, that you big balling now. Because I hate to tell you, but if you wasn't doing a damn thing before you got it, you ain't gonna do a damn thing now. So you just
You ain't.
bragging for nothing. And yeah, like Red said, some people try to talk you out of your goals because they have the same goals but can't achieve them like you can. I love all my
Mm-mm.
haters. You know why I love y'all? Because you push me to do what I gotta do. You
Come
make
give me
me
a
better.
hug.
You make me better. You put my name out there. Keep it going. Keep putting my name out there
Absolutely.
because I'm gonna keep pushing and I'm gonna keep showing you that you think you know, but you don't know. Never push yourself to the point of emptiness. God, that is a good one, Kent. That is a good one.
There you go. Never push yourself to the point of emptiness. Hey, Ken, that's my dude. We got to get up too. We keep saying that we're going to ride and we ain't did it yet. But that right there, emptiness. And what does that mean? Nothing left. And then when you have nothing left, what does that do for your family life? What does that do for your mental? What does that do for your job? Balance everything out because Miss India said that that's her favorite balance, right? And I forgot, I think who started the whole balance conversation? Was it you or was it Kent? Somebody, it was Kent. Mr. Duke. Mr. Duke started the whole balance conversation. That balance is very important, man, because if you can't balance your bike, it's gonna fall over, right? Either to the left or the right, right? That's your life too. But depending
Yup.
on how much weight you got on either side is going to determine how hard you got to work to get it balanced out. Not a thing. Good for you, Ghost. Keep pushing. She talking to you, Ghost. Hey, where's Mikey? Hey, Mikey.
He done got in trouble.
Mike, I got in trouble. But hold up, I want to say something real quick. Teresa, you said you're ready, sweetheart. So, what are we doing? How can we help?
Yep. If you ready, it ain't nothing but a thing to put that info out there. We here. Let me put it up again.
There you
There's
go.
there's the show's email.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You want to reach out that way? Reach out that way.
It's kickstands down with the Z.
There's our personal emails. Go ahead, hit us up that way. If you want to talk to one of the sisters that's in the chat, you don't want to talk to one of the bros because you're a female or whatever, then reach out to us. We'll put you in contact with the sis that can help you with that situation. Don't think that we are just here for us because we're not. We promote a lot of people, we promote a lot of things, and we promote the unity and the cooperation, the collaboration. All that happens at the top. all that competition and all that hate and stuff, that's for them bottom feeders. We ain't worried about that. So, yep, he said dinner's here, so I won't be able to make it.
It's cool, man.
But
I ain't tripping.
Red said something just a second ago.
She
Give it to
did.
God Day.
Where's
So
that at?
right below it, right there.
Oh, okay.
So me and Red have what we call the Give It to God Day. Now that day is that day that we have run out of options. We have stressed ourselves out. We have mentally beat the hell out of ourselves and don't know what else to do. So you know what we do? We fill up the tanks and we take off. We don't think about nothing. We
Yeah.
enjoy the ride, we enjoy the nature, we enjoy the views, we enjoy all that stuff, and we just give it away. Just give it away. We'll worry about it later. Let's take this day for us. Why? Because that's that mental reset that we need.
Mm-hmm.
And we seen y'all in the chat talk about the mental reset. So
Mm-hmm.
that's exactly what that is. That's one way to do that mental reset. And what's up, cuz? I see you on here.
Yes, sir.
So we got a lot of bros, a lot of sisters, you know, that got toxic traits and mental debates for days.
For days.
Now that cuz is in here, let me hear a mental debate, a deep mental debate. Or let me hear a deep toxic trait that you want to hear
Okay.
about.
You talking about for cousin's sake?
Yep, for cuz you know, me and him be chopping it up, and he be having some good stuff. So I know he's got a mental debate for us to hit on, or a toxic trait for us to hit on. And man, I'm not gonna lie, I got squirrel brain like a motherfucker right now because this view.
I told you got squirrel brain, and I just got lymph nodes everywhere, man. I'm just drained, bro.
Oh, I'm beyond drained. Like, have you ever been so tired you get that burst of energy?
I did like, what time is it?
Hours ago.
Yeah, about 3 hours ago. I was moving them parts. You feel me? Got in the truck, start whipping. I said, yes, sir. I got here. I said, we gotta do this tonight.
It's them Red Bulls, bro. They keep me going.
Hey, I ain't even see. I used to do the 5 hour shots, but I'm trying to calm down off them joints.
There
I
you
just
go.
need to go
There's
to
a
bed.
toxic trait.
Not being okay with myself and anger issues is mine. Not being okay with myself. Okay.
So, remember how I told you that I looked at myself like a worthless person and said I ain't have no value?
Mm-hmm.
Because that was a debate I had to have with myself.
Mm-hmm.
So, Red has those days to where she has that same mentality. And she lets it bother her to the point that when she starts that mental debate with herself, she pisses herself off. And then
Okay.
everything from there on pisses her off.
Mm-hmm.
And it just keeps going and going and going and going. So don't be like the Energizer Bunny and just keep going and going.
No.
You got to learn how to release it. For
Yeah.
me, it's being on the bike. It's going and shooting my gun, going and hitting some targets, going and doing something. But for some people, they got different ways of doing it. You know,
Pressure bust pipes, ladies and gentlemen. So the more
exactly.
you hold in, the less space it is in there for you to actually heal, right? So what usually happens when pressure is built up, and let's just say pressure is built up in a pot, an open pot, what happens? Well, not an open pot, but a pot in general. It starts to boil over, right? So with that boil over, that can boil over to who? The closest person to you. 9 times out of 10 it's gonna be your loved ones, right? One toxic trait is not getting out and doing anything, letting doubt ruin your drive, your goals, etc. And you're absolutely correct. That's a very toxic trait. Um, did you go away with your voice or did you mute it?
Yeah, I muted it because I got
Oh,
out to
okay,
show
okay.
y'all that view. Remember last week we tried doing this show and it was raining here, so I couldn't show everybody that view. I was talking about that sunset.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
man, I get to watch it go down over them trees. It's beautiful.
You saw what Ghost said, right?
Yep. And I agree wholeheartedly because I have let doubt ruin everything. I let me doubting myself and my ability to get sober ruin relationships with my bros, with my family, with everything, with myself. And you know, I had to get out. I had to start doing stuff. I had to get my mind elsewhere to get myself out of that. So that drive, you've got to push past that doubt to do that drive and to get to your goals. And
And Red, you should have been up there last night because I said that.
mhm.
I said I woke up one day and I looked at myself in the mirror and I didn't know what in the hell I was looking at and I was disgusted because I got beside myself and I stopped being myself. You know what I'm saying? So Red, I'm gonna tell you like I told everybody else last night. This is what you must do, ma'am. First, answer this: do you love yourself? And I really mean love yourself. Like, do you really love yourself? You know what I'm saying? Because self love is the best love, right? So you need to look at yourself in the mirror and name all your toxic traits and all your positive traits. And you need to remember those. And you need to start working on those every day. Because what it's doing is you're going to feed yourself every day. You know what I'm saying? You're going to look at that list. You're going to say that list. You're looking at yourself. So you're correcting yourself. You look at that list or you say that list because you got it up here already. You already know what you do. And then you start working on it. I'm not going to be this way anymore. I'm going to correct this right here. I am strong. I'm naming out stuff. I'm not saying that you're not none of this, but I am strong. I'm not shy. I'm overconfident. I'm not jealous. I'm this, that, you know what I'm saying? Those are just examples. Um, because self love is the best love. You know what I'm saying? I used to deal with anger issues. You know what I mean? Um, going through a post traumatic experience, such as relationships, can create those intensified anger issues, right? So it may be something as simple as a conversation that didn't have a conclusion that you're not even realizing that's causing an anger issue within yourself and you're blaming it on something else. So those conversations with yourself, they're going to work way better than you lashing out or getting mad at something because you frustrated about how it's going. And nah, that's a waste of energy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people go to therapy. I had a young lady jump in my inbox last night and said, "Hey, listen, I owe you my copay." I said, "You owe me your copay for what?" She said, because of this live tonight, I was able to skip my therapy." I said, "No, ma'am, you don't owe me a copay, but I appreciate the love and respect that you just gave me. But I'm not a hired therapist. I'm just a regular guy that's been through some things, and I know how to elaborate it on TV. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here. I don't judge. You know what I'm saying? I may say some judgmental things, but I'm not judging you. I'm just saying what's on my mind. What's on your mind? You know, so I'm just what I'm doing. Just saying what's on my mind. But I try to be mindful of how I say said verbiage because I know that, you know, mental health is a sensitive subject because people take themselves away from here and away from their loved ones because of their mental state. So work on that. Hey, Red, you already know you get in contact with me anytime. Us three can do a powwow.
So, you know, I was thinking about something, and you said that you don't judge,
Right.
and I want to, you know, state for the record, I can't judge. Okay, I can't.
I thought he was gonna say something else.
Yeah, I know where you thought I was going with that, but I can't judge because I've been to prison, so I can't judge you on being a criminal. I've been the vulgar, outspoken and overspoken biker and civilian and everything else because I don't have a filter. I've been an addict. I've been homeless. I've been worthless. I've been the troublemaker. I've been all the bad things that you heard about me. Yes, I have been them. And, you know, everyone can change. It's all about that mentality. And that's what we're trying to do here today. And, you know, I do want to give a shout out to my brother Trouble right here because Mental Health Mondays, he started it. Okay. He started the Mental Health Mondays. This is his thing. I'm just piggybacking off of him right now. And I told him we was trying to figure out what we was going to do this week. And I was like, yo, it's Mental Health Mondays. You know, do you want to combine it and bring it over and all that? And he's like, yeah, let's do that. And I was like, okay, well, then let's do that. Because we've had the biker talks, we've had the personal talks, we've had all the different talks here on this show. And I just want to say that, you know, we ain't judging nobody. These are our thoughts and opinions, like he said in the beginning of the episode. Now we an hour and 12 minutes in. I didn't even know we was on that long because
I ain't either.
this topic is such a deep topic that you lose track of stuff like that. And yeah, see, a lot of people, not gonna lie, got a bad problem with that on some real stuff. Only help I be getting is from the bros, and that shit be like, just don't give a fuck. Double salute. All right. My bros know the worst me because as long as they know the worst me, then they're allowed to know the best me. You can't bring the Frost that you know you hear about and see about and all the good stuff to the table without taking the bad Frost too, because I'm not always going to have a good day. I'm not always going to be the good guy, and I'm not always going to be a positive role model.
Mm-mm.
Trust me, I'm not. I've never been this old before. I don't know how to act. Okay, you don't want to leave me unsupervised because that's not smart. I don't think things through. I'm an action, let's do it. I'm got your back kind of guy. So we're not going to judge nobody, but we are going to be here for you. And, you know, shout out to all the people that we have been here for and have been here for us because we've had a lot of people from other shows, you know, come on and support and talk and do their thing. We've had people invite us to be part of stuff that we was never, you know, thinking that we was going to get at that point in time. Neither one of us thought we was going to get a role in the movie that we just got a role in.
Oh
But it just
no.
kind of happened out of nowhere and we reached out and they told us to try out. We tried out and then we got the roles.
Yeah.
We didn't know nothing about it if it wouldn't have been for other people. So the support level is there if you want the support, but you can't always ask for the support and then not let someone support what you're trying to do. You can't lead the horse to water and make it drink. Okay? If that motherfucker sits there and dehydrates, that's on that fucking horse. You let it to the water.
Right.
So if it's not gonna drink, that's on the horse. And it's the same way with people.
Right. Did I free? Did I froze? I froze.
Yep, you froze.
Oh,
Your
that
voice
sucks.
didn't freeze, but your screen froze.
I know. Should I come out and go back in?
Try turning your camera back on.
Still going.
All right, you can go out and come back in, and I'll hold it down for a minute. You held it down for me at the beginning of the show. But yeah, I know I get on your nerves with that, but oh well. And see, ain't nobody gonna sit here and try to have my back. They'll throw me under the bus in a damn heartbeat. But I'll throw myself under the bus too. Sometimes it's what you got to do.
Right.
Oh, he came back and went away again. But hopefully you guys, know that we are here. And like Ghost said, I've been there, bro. I was a kid on the streets, on drugs, Iron Bar Hotel several times, fight after fight. Only filter I have is for my coffee pot. Severe PTSD with anger issues. And, that's everybody. What's up, Northside? Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. And you missed a outstanding show. So, you're more than welcome to continue on the show with us. We support you. We got you. But this was a deep conversation about a lot of deep topics. So you're more than welcome to, rewind and watch from the beginning once we get done.
That's
you're more
right.
than welcome to go back to all the other episodes that we have done and check out those. Follow us on the Facebook page, Discord, the Facebook group if you want to be part of the group chat. Discord if you want to be part of the group chat. We're there for everybody that might need somebody to be there for them. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and you follow us on all the social media pages. It's Kickstands Down at everything. So TikTok, Facebook, all that stuff. And this has just been a show worth being here for. So we do appreciate each and every one of you individually and as a whole, because I know a lot of you in here actually interact with each other outside of the show, behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
And that means a lot for me to sit here and be able to see everybody working together. You heard Ghost say, I'm not alone. I can fight everything with someone behind my back, because him and all the followers and all the bros and sisters and this man right here, my wonderful co-host, because of that man, I'm able to make it through whatever life throws at me. But I said something the other day to somebody. I said, they asked me how life was treating me. I said, it doesn't matter how life's treating me. I'm a king.
That's right.
All right? I'm a king. Kings don't wait on life to hand them something. They don't just roll with whatever destiny or fate decided for them. They make their own way. They make their own life, and they make it happen. And that's what I'm going to do every day. And that's that positive mentality that each and every one of you, I hope you all have.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That sounds like, boy, I don't know what to say after that. Boy, that sounds like a closer to me.
My
For
bad.
real.
I went a little too deep. I apologize.
No, you good. Hey, look, I don't know how to follow that up, but I'll tell you what I will do. Like, share, subscribe. Everybody that's on all platforms, we're pretty much on all of them. And rule of thumb, man, stop believing what everybody says about you, or stop catering into what everybody is telling you. All right, you're your own person, right? You were born alone. For those who don't have twins, so make sure you stay in your own skin, if you know what I mean. Fake love is always worse than real hate. It's your boy, Left Lane Bully. Want to tell you I appreciate everybody, but I'm gonna go ahead and say my goodbyes for now, and I see you again in about 7, 6, 8, 2. I don't know. We'll see you soon. Say that.
And it's your man Frost, and I'm gonna keep it short and simple. Whatever you heard about me, it's true. Okay, believe it. Believe it all. Nah, nah. For real though, we are here for everybody. So make sure you reach out, and if you follow us on one platform, please follow us on all the platforms. It's not to. It's not for monetization. We don't get paid for these shows. We have not gotten a penny from not one episode that we've done on any platform. So don't think that we're in it for the money, because as you see, I'm in a beat up Scion right now with stuff in the back because I just moved. I'm not living a fancy life, but I am living a wonderful life. And that's the difference. I'm alive. I've got what I need and I'm happy. So make sure you follow us on all of it. We try to be there for you just as much as you are there for us. And never let your drive end at the eyes of someone else's perspective of your life. Ghost, you just closed for me. Congratulations, because that line right there, that's taking me out. Everybody, it's your boy Frost, your boy Trouble, and Kickstands Down Podcast. We salute you, and everybody have a great evening.
You didn't end it.
Sorry. Let me try that again. Everybody have a great evening.
I'm going in. We don't do all of that talking, bro. We going in. Yeah, everything's the goal when I'm on the end. Gangsta, 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 where I begin. I'm going in. We going in.